About Time with Rashawn's About Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill 100 Mil. What's up to my About Time Boxing family and my Trill 100 Mil gang? Thank you to everybody who has subscribed to the channel, who has been taking out the time to watch the videos, like the videos, and leave the comments. I appreciate each and every one of y'all from the heart. If you have not subscribed to the channel already, please subscribe to the channel. Encourage others to subscribe. Pass the word about Rashawn's About Time Boxing. When you do subscribe, hit that notification bell. Stay up on the latest. Don't forget to share the videos as well. Become part of the About Time Boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang. Before I jump into the video, I just want to give a shout out to to everybody that's doing their thing on YouTube. It's a lot of people. Like I said, this is something that I like to do. You know what I mean? This is not my job. You know what I mean? But you got a lot of people that put the work in, and I feel like they paved the way for people like me to be able to come on YouTube and have a platform. To be able to talk about the things that you love, things that you that you like, boxing, basketball, whatever. So I might forget a few people, but don't charge it to my heart, charge it to my head. But I want to give a shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV, Boxing Ego, Champ Side, Aki TV, Deontay's Boxing Nation, Ticket TV, Kwame Brown, YSM, YSM, Rebel Boxing, Rebel Boxing, TV. So I might, and I know I'm leaving some people out, but these is just like some of the people that I can think of right off hand. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to to all of y'all. You know what I mean? And I wish y'all nothing but much success, with everything that y'all doing. And I hope that y'all, as big as y'all platforms already are, I hope that they continue to even get bigger, and grow for y'all. That'll lead y'all into much more, bigger things, to come for the future. So shout out to everybody that's doing their thing. All right, Wilder Fury 3. The trilogy. It's a lot of talk about the aftermath of this thing. You got a lot, like you even had the guy, Dr. Umar Johnson, said that the fight was fixed. But I don't agree with that. But now, for me personally, other than Tyson Fury, the ref giving him a slow count, because it was just like when Tyson fought Buster Douglas, and he hit Douglas with that uppercut in that 8th or 9th round, and the ref gave Douglas that it was a 13-second count. You know what I'm saying? Like I counted that joint myself. I watched that Tyson Douglas fight a few times. But other than the referee giving, because believe it or not, with the first time that they fought, when Deontay Wilder dropped Tyson Fury, Tyson had got a long count. He had got an extended count. But other than that, it's hard to believe that the way that this third fight was going. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay. Deontay Wilder, when they was having a controversy about the gloves, right? Wilder, after they had the meeting about the gloves and he saw everything, he did a video. And it's on YouTube too, so y'all can look up the video too. But he did a video where he himself said that he was pleased with how the glove situation was worked out. And again, he said he felt like that they were on an even playing field. So with Wilder saying that, you can't say it was the gloves in this fight, because some people even said that, man, he had the same type of gloves that he had. Wilder himself said that he was pleased with how the glove situation was worked out after the controversy. So, and even Malik Scott said, listen, Deontay Wilder is a hell of a fighter, and he's good. He said, but Tyson Fury was better. He even gave Tyson Fury his props. And again, like I said, shout out to Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber, and Tyson Fury. They put on a hell of a show. I said before this fight that this fight might qualify, might be a candidate for Fight of the Year. I said it. And everybody, and you can look at the reviews everywhere, everybody loved the fight. They loved it. But my question to y'all is, what is it that y'all think caused Deontay Wilder to, because it seemed like he was gassed early. Do y'all think he had nervous energy like he was saying Tyson Fury had? Because he kept saying nervous energy. Nervous energy. You got nervous energy. You got that nervous energy. No, you got nervous energy. He kept saying, Tyson Fury had nervous energy. And Fury was like, I don't have nervous energy. I'm asking, I just, I want to put on a great fight and we're going, you know what I mean? I can't, but I'm not, and me trying to imitate both of them is in no way, shape, or form disrespecting Fury or Wilder or the UK or nothing like that. So please don't take it that way, because that's not what it is. Because I did Errol Spence and Manny Pacquiao before too. But what do y'all think? Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video. Like this video. Hit that notification button. What is it? Do y'all think Wilder had nervous energy? Do y'all think that he let his anger? Because I mentioned before in another video about Wilder letting his angst get his anger. If he let his anxiety and his anger get the best of him, then you can, you know what I mean? It's that moment under them lights, that moment. And as long as he has been waiting to get his revenge, do a lot of y'all think, how many of y'all think that Wilder may have abandoned the plan that him and Malik Scott had? Do y'all think that he abandoned the fight plan and reverted back to what he know? Because once again, I said if Fury start tagging, and Wilder can't figure out how to get to him, not just Wilder, but any fighter, they're going to abandon. They're going to abandon whatever it was they learned in that camp, and they're going to go back to whatever style they had. It happened with Ricky Hatton when he hired Floyd Mayweather's father. It happened with Oscar De La Hoya, and Oscar De La Hoya was known for changing trainers. But look at how long he had Floyd father training him, only for him to get in the ring with Floyd, and none of the stuff he learned from Floyd Pop he tried to apply. But I remember the first time Oscar tried to do the shoulder roll, and when he would, usually you see people that do it, they, James Tony Floyd, they, you see them, they like this, right? Oscar was square, and his hand was like this, and he was just going up and down, like, he wasn't, moving or, trying to deflect. He just was trying to, but none of that stuff, all them fights he had with Floyd Pop, none of it helped him when he got in the ring with Floyd. And so that's what I'm saying, like Deontay Wilder, him being a puncher slash banger, he come, this is like, listen, and I want to know how many of y'all agree with this too. Honestly, I felt like that. All right, Wilder, he had like almost 2 years off, 20 months or so, right? Now, again, we don't know how much of those 20 months he spent healing from what happened to him in the rematch. But whenever he was able to start training, he started training, I believe, personally, and y'all let me know if y'all agree, if y'all disagree. When you're working on stuff and you incorporating new things into your repertoire as a fighter, and the trainer, you giving them new things, you should at least have 1 or 2 tune-up fights to see if what you're working on in camp, you can actually implement it in an actual fight. See, that's the thing. Wilder went straight back at Fury for the rematch. When personally, I feel like they should have fought later, sometime in 2022, early 2023. And I say that because, again, like I said, you can't just, you're working on some things in camp unless you fight with a certain style. This is why what Floyd did always worked for him, because he was able to implement a lot of stuff that he did in camp because that's his style. And he never changed it. But when you're changing things and you're changing trainers and you trying to incorporate new things into your repertoire, trying to add to your arsenal, and like Malik Scott said, he didn't give Deontay Wilder nothing that he didn't already have. That's why he said he went into Wilder's toolbox. So if he went into Wilder's toolbox, why? How come nobody around him said, okay, we're working on all these things in camp, champ, you looking good, but you should take 1 or 2 tune-up fights, so that way you can have that time, you know what I mean? And they could have been just gimme fights, regardless of what people are going to say. The critics, people are going to talk anyway. People talking now. He got knocked out a second time by Fury, and people talking about that. So how much more better could it have hurt? Or how much more worse could it have been for him to have 1 or 2 tune-up fights against some gimmies? Like some gimme heavyweights. Like, all right, let me take those, so that way you can at least see if you can actually implement what you've been doing in camp in an actual fight, and not on the pads or the bag or on your trainer's body, who's allowing you to do those things so you can get comfortable with doing it. You get comfortable with doing it in camp, but you haven't been in an actual fight to implement it. Now, that's just my point of view. That's just my opinion. Now, if y'all agree, let me know. If y'all don't, let me know. Leave the comments, smash that like button, share this video, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I feel like Wilder should have taken 1 or 2 tune-up fights. I don't know, I don't know if he was worried about maybe, the critics talking about, man, he fighting these bums, he fighting this, he doing that. Don't matter. People probably gonna start calling him a bum because he lost to Fury twice. Fury just got his number. That's it. Because if Fury did this in this fight, whatever the glove situation was in the last fight, I guess it doesn't really matter now, do it? I don't know. Y'all let me know. But I guess, I just, like I said, me, I've trained people, I've been in that ring, I box. I'm just saying, when you working on certain things, you won't know if you can implement it until you're in the actual fight. But when you looking at 2 people who are evenly yoked, as they say, evenly matched, 2 giants. See, Fury, this is the thing too, and even with the weight situation, see, Fury used to moving around at that, being big like that. He used to that. Wilder should have, he should have came in, like maybe 220. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people are like, oh man, that'd have been too small. But if you're trying to implement boxing techniques and moving and stuff like that, Fury used to being big. He's big like that, and he's used to moving like that. That's his style. He's a boxer. He's a pure boxer. Deontay Wilder is not a pure boxer. And please don't misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm not. Because for Deontay Wilder to get started in the fight game as late as he did, trust me, he has accomplished a lot. He has absolutely nothing to hang his head about or to be upset about. Nothing at all. That man should keep his chin up high. And I know Malik Scott said that, he's not going to retire. But in one of the press conferences, Wilder was saying he wanted to become the undisputed champ, defended a few times, and then he wanted to retire. So that's 1 or 2, maybe 3 title defenses, and then and Wilder was what, 35, I think, or something like that. So I mean, there's fights out there for him still. Do I think he can be a champion again? Yeah. And even though he lost to Fury twice, do I think he can beat Fury? I do think he can beat him. On the right night, of course. Anybody can be beat. Anybody can be beat. So, like I said, I don't know if Wilder had nervous energy or if the moment got to him, and he was just, he just wanted to get to him so bad. He was, he was in a hurry to and I believe that Wilder probably wanted to knock Fury out fast and early. And anybody who's ever been in the ring know, if you get too anxious and stuff, you shoot your load. And once you shoot your load, that's it. Once you get tired, I don't care how good you look physically. And any other fighter would tell you this. I don't care how good you look physically. Once you get tired, your defense goes down. You cannot raise your arms. You can barely protect yourself. Everything now, once you get like that, you go into survival mode. You go into survival mode. So, like I said, I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, man. I feel like Wilder should have taken a tune-up fight, maybe one or two. Definitely one. I feel like he should have taken at least one tune-up fight. But if not, I just, I feel like he should have taken at least two tune-up fights before rematching Fury. Because that fight wasn't going to go nowhere. Because Fury, if I'm not mistaken, didn't want to rematch him or fight him again anyway. Well, that's why Wilder had to take him to court. So that he could get the rematch. So I just feel like, when they say it's the little more for me, a little more he could have done. For me, it was just tune-up fights. So that way you get a chance to actually work on and implement everything that you're doing in camp. You get to work it out in the actual fight, regardless of how you may look, because you're trying, you're trying to make sure that you can implement the stuff. And again, I don't know what type of sparring Deontay Wilder was getting. Like, I don't know who his sparring partners were. If y'all know, feel free to drop it in the comment section below. If y'all know who his sparring partners were or what type of sparring he was getting. I don't know what type of sparring he was getting. I just know what I saw with him and Malik Scott putting up, with him doing the pads and the body work and stuff like that. But yeah, man, let me know what y'all think. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, share this video. Become part of Rashawn's About Time boxing family and the Trill 100 Mil gang. And we on to the next.